Hi, this is Russ, and in this video I'm just going to quickly show you the Learn Thai Alphabet application. Here I am logged into the members area. I'm on my PC. I'm just going to do the demo on the PC, but the functionality here is pretty much identical to what it is on the Android or iOS through the Articulate mobile player. So once you've logged into the members area, you come to this page and then you click on the image, and it streams down from Amazon S3. Of course, on the PC you do need an internet connection. However, on the mobile devices you need the internet connection the first time, and then thereafter you download it to the Articulate mobile player and then you enable it for offline use. Very, very simple. Now when you first open the application, you'll see the splash screen. Now you can click on, once you've read it, you can click on the close this screen button, or you can just click on one of the menu items on the left, and that will just jump to that particular point in the application, and then you can start learning. We always start with the consonants, and in particular the middle class consonants. The reason why is because it's the smallest group, okay? There's 9 of them. So if I click on middle class, then we get the 2 tabs, learn and test. And obviously I want to learn first, so I click on learn. Now, with the application itself, we're not teaching you the Thai names of the consonants at this stage, because that's going to just make things a little bit complicated. But what you actually need to know is you need to know 3 things about each consonant. One is you need to be able to identify the shape. Stands to reason, right? The second thing you need to be able to understand is the sound that the consonant makes, or sounds, because some consonants make more than one sound. The third thing you need to know is the actual consonant class. Okay, and that's very important because Thai is a tonal language, and the consonant class is one of the factors in determining tone. So that's why we need to learn that, okay? So as you can see here, we have an image plus its duplicate, or its slightly faded duplicate on the right hand side. Now, I've called this particular image Galahad Knight, and the highlighted yellow letters are the actual sound that this consonant makes. Well, the first highlighted letter in the first word is the sound that this consonant makes when it's in the initial consonant position in a syllable or word. It makes the G sound, G as in Galahad. Now the highlighted letter in the second word is the sound that this consonant makes when it's in the medial or the final position in a syllable or consonant. But it doesn't actually make the N sound. There's a silent K in this particular word, isn't it? If you think back to Monty Python and the Holy Grail, this is the Knigget, Galahad Knigget. So it makes a G sound when it's an initial consonant and a K sound when it's in the medial or final position. So we remember this shape because that conforms to the going up the shield, along the beak of the helmet, around the top, and then back down the center of the shield. So those are the two of the 3 elements that we have to remember. We have to remember the shape, and we have to remember the sounds. The third element is the consonant class. Now, in Thai, there are 3 consonant classes. There's high class, middle class, and low class. If you think of a traffic light, you'll never ever forget which color belongs to which class. High's at the top, the red, yellow in the middle for middle class, and green at the bottom for low class. Very, very simple. And those are the 3 elements that we need to learn. Very, very simple. Now we go on to the next consonant, and this one's called Jabberwocky Tail from Lewis Carroll's Jabberwocky. And here on the left you can see the full image with a yellow background. And then we superimpose the consonant shape on the image on the right. You can see how it conforms to the shape, and all you need to do is remember the name of the picture. Jabberwocky Tail. So, same as Galahad Knigget, this particular consonant, when it's in the initial consonant position in a syllable or word, makes the J sound. When it's in the medial or final consonant position, it makes the T sound. Jabberwocky Tail. Yellow background, middle class consonants. And we do that for all of these consonants. Very, very simple, very easy. And you'll be amazed at how quickly you can learn the Thai alphabet. When we come to test, We click on the test button and then we get various options. Now we can test the consonants in order, we can test them in a random order, and we can also test the consonant classes, because again, this is something that we have to remember, okay? So we'll do the guided consonant class test first, because this is very, very basic, so you can't get these wrong, okay? Now you've only learnt at this stage the 9 middle class consonants, but there's also 6 high class consonants. So by process of elimination, you'll be able to work it out. But the good news with this is because it's guided, you can't actually drag them into the wrong box, okay? So it will only let you drop them into the middle class consonants into the middle class box and the high class into the high class box. So if I grab a high class consonant and try and drag it here, it's just not going to let me. And it's a good learning tool. This was something we added in version 2 at the request of people who bought the app, and it was very, very well received. So you can't, like I said, you can't go wrong with this. So if I try and drag Jabberwocky tail into high class, it just won't let me. And then we do that all the way through. And then once you've mastered the guided version or the guided exercise, we then do the unguided. And this time it will let me drop Galahad Knigget into the high class. And similarly with the high class will allow me to drop in there. So all we do is this. We just quickly run through here. Bald Patch, won't tell you that one. This one's Dog Treat, this one's Damsel Tower, and this one's Jabberwocky Tail. Then we click on Submit. Well done. Move on to the high class consonants. Very, very simple, very straightforward. Now to test the actual consonants themselves, we click on consonants in order. So the first one, if we remember, it's Galahad Knight, Galahad Knigget. So what sound does this make as an initial consonant sound? We see Galahad. Makes the G sound. What medial final consonant sound does this make? It makes the K, as in Knigget sound. And is this consonant obsolete? No. This is one of the things about the Thai alphabet. 2 of the consonants in the Thai alphabet are obsolete. They're no longer used in the language, okay? But we come on to this in the full training, so don't worry about that at this stage. Then we click on Submit. Happy days. So they're in order, so the next one's going to be Jabberwocky Tail, isn't it? So I remember Lewis Carroll's Jabberwocky Tail. J, T. And this one's not obsolete either. And and that's the correct response. And that's how easy it is to learn the consonants. Later on, when you're ready, you'll do all the consonants, but a quick note on learning vowels. Vowels are slightly different. Unlike English, in Thai, vowels and consonants are kept separate. In English, of course, we learn A, B, C, D, E, F, G. The vowels are all mixed in there. With Thai, you learn them differently. Learn the consonants first, then we learn the vowels. But the learning and the testing is exactly the same way, or exactly the same method. However, with the vowels, because of their very nature, we give you the sounds as well. This is just the way that consonants and vowels are actually named in Thai. It's not important at this stage to learn the Thai consonant names. You can learn them later, of course, once you've mastered the sounds, the shapes and the consonant classes. Well, the vowels are actually named by the sound that they make. So that's why we kind of learn it that way. And we give you the sounds by native speakers. Here's, if you click on the headphones for M, and then on to the next one. And so on and so forth. Very, very simple. And when you come to test these, you can do them in order. There is no classes for vowels. Now, this particular vowel is a long vowel, and it makes the as in umbrella sound. So, sorry, I have to enter the number 2. And then I click on Submit, and that's the correct response. And again, another addition in version 2 was actually as part of, when you get this wrong, as part of the learning process. Is this a short or a long vowel? It's actually a long vowel, but I'm going to get this wrong. I'm going to put it in as S for short, and what sound does this make? Well, it makes the I sound, number 5. Now, this is going to be wrong, but look what you get to help you when you get it wrong. So you get the tip. This vowel makes the I as in night sound. Remember, this is a long vowel for tone rule purposes. And again, you can listen to the sound by a native speaker here. Because in English we have different dialects. You know, people like in the southern states will pronounce certain words different to elsewhere in the States. And certainly in the UK, where I'm from, people in the north of England, well, even in the northeast of England, speak a different dialect to those in the northwest. So by comparing what you're used to or what you're familiar with sounds by native Thai speakers, you're guaranteed to get this right. And that's the beauty of using the Learn Thai alphabet application. So you click on continue and then go on to the next vowel. And once you've mastered all these, you can then go on to the other elements of the language, tone marks, punctuation and numbers. And we also have a rock stars, or what we've called the rock stars level. This is the hardest level, and you don't get any tips or tricks from us here. You just have to get them all right and just keep practicing. Go back, keep learning and practicing until you do. And you'll be surprised at how quickly you can pick this up. Finally, I'll just go on to the sounds, because again, as I mentioned, we have sounds by native speakers. So we have all the consonant sounds in one easy place. And again, we have high class, middle class, low class. Then we have the vowel sounds, simple vowels, complex vowels, and then we have the other sounds, which are the punctuation marks, tone marks, and the numbers. And that's the Learn Thai alphabet application. I don't think you'll find an easier method of learning the Thai alphabet. This really is a good way of learning. Very, very effective, very quick, very easy, and we know you won't be disappointed. Thanks for watching.